If you don't have a bumper crop of tomatoes growing in your own garden, you can find a mess of them at any farmer's market these days. Cherry tomatoes are on the cover of this month's Edible Nashville magazine, and the editor Jill Melton is here with us. She's got a recipe that uses them in a delicious way, and that's what we love right now, trying to take all of this fresh stuff from the garden and use them in great ways on the dinner table, and you've got a fantastic way for us today.
Yeah, and this is super simple. So we're going to make a white bean salad, and the thing with the cherry tomatoes is that they kind of stay intact, which is nice.
Yeah.
If you put big tomatoes in here and you cut them, they're going to get all watery and just going to sort of be a little bit of a mess. So the cherry tomatoes are perfect, and we have a variety of colors. So actually these are sun golds, these yellow ones.
Okay, yeah.
And then over here we have some chocolate cherry ones.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah, those are an heirloom variety. So it's really cool, all of the different kinds you can.
So pick your favorites, because I like super sweet 100s.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also the little tiny cherry tomatoes on the top of those right there. Those are the ones I grew. Which I just think is funny for comparison, but they're little Barbie tomatoes. So anyway, okay, so we'll get started on our salad. So what we have here is white beans, and you can use canned white beans, just rinse them, or you can just make the bag. I like to make them from start because then they're a little bit crisper, and then you can just have them to use in different things. So we are gonna let you put in the garlic.
Alrighty.
And that is 1 big clove.
All right.
Just chopped. You can put in more, you can put in less. Okay, we're gonna put in, these are actually, this is roasted bell peppers. And they're actually in season 2. I mean, you know, in the winter, you can pay $3.99 for a bell pepper. It's crazy. And these are 2 for $1.
Okay.
And we got all this stuff at one of the Amish produce stands in Green Hills.
Super. Any quick tips on roasting them?
Well, you just cut them in half. You smash them with your hand, put them under the broiler until the skins are all black. Okay. You put them on foil, and then you just wrap up the foil into like a little bag, and then they steam. And 5–10 minutes later, you undo the foil, and the skins will just come off.
Right off? Fantastic.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So now we're going to put in the tomatoes. So I will just dump those in, and you can use as much or little as you want.
And again, I like the fact that you're using different ones. Gives you a little color variation in there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And two, you know, you can cut them into quarters and halves. These were not huge, so I just did them in halves. Okay, so now we're putting in the olive oil, and that's extra virgin olive oil, which you want to use in your cold dishes because of the flavor. Yeah. But when you're sauteing something, you don't even need to have extra virgin. That is salt and pepper.
Okay.
I always use kosher salt, and then this is vinegar.
All right. Now, as I mix this up, if you will, we mentioned this magazine here. Tell me about the magazine.
So we launched Edible in March, April, and we are bi-monthly. So July, August is our 3rd issue, and it's all about connecting the community with where our food comes from. The farmers, the local restaurants, artisans. You know, you go to the farmer's market and people are making cheese and gluten-free cupcakes and all sorts of things like this. So we're trying to bring those people to everyone. And the other thing is to learn how to cook.
Yeah, I love that, yeah.
Yeah, so many people, I mean, at this point, didn't have parents that necessarily cooked.
Now, this is issue number 3, so you are very pleased with the reaction to the magazine.
Yeah, it has been flying off of the shelves. I mean, we can't keep them stocked, and it's free. All right. So it's at Kroger's, Whole Foods, a lot of the restaurants around town. Of course, it's at the farmers markets. All
right, so we'll put that information on our website, and that's what it looks like when everything is said and done. That is recipe number 5394. It's online now in the Talk of the Town recipe section at newschannel5.com. You'll find this recipe and more in the current issue of Edible Nashville on newsstands now, and as she said, again, it's free. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Up next.